welcome back to my channel. I am Heather Tiedemann. I am a realtor down here in the beautiful area of Lexington, Columbia, South Carolina. Today we are going to be talking about why people move here and then leave. So I work with primarily people relocating to the state and then occasionally people relocating out of the state. And these are the top 3 reasons that I have heard after people move here why they decide to leave. But before we get started with that, if you could like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps with the algorithm. And let's hop right on in this. So we are going to hit the number 1 reason at the very end of this video. So if you want to know about the number 1 reason why people leave South Carolina after moving here, stick around to the end of the video to find out. So we're going to go in order from least common to most common. So the least common thing that I hear about why people leave after moving here is due to our weather, particularly pollen season and our summer. If you have a pollen allergy, our pollen season could be pretty detrimental to you. We have a very heavy pollen season, which causes a lot of people, even with mild allergies, to suffer through that. So definitely stock up on your Zyrtex and all your allergy medicines if you do have a pollen allergy and move here. And then 2, they don't realize how hot it actually gets here during our summer months. It is very hot and it is very humid. And because we're in the middle of the state, we don't get the breeze from the ocean or the cooler mountain air. So our air is pretty stagnant. So they don't realize how hot and humid it actually can be here. I highly recommend that if you are considering a move here, come stay a week during July, the beginning of August, just so you can get a good idea and a good feel of how our summer months generally will feel. Even better, if you have the time, come during pollen season. See it for your own eyes, because those are 2 things that can be a problem for some people. I personally like the heat. I'm not a super outdoorsy person anyway, so weather is not really something that bothers me too much, but if you are a super outdoorsy person, definitely something to keep in mind. And number 2, they are expecting this to be like the metropolitan area that they moved from. If you move from a large city or a tourist area, we are not going to have the same, even a high taxed area, because generally high taxed areas have that kind of money to throw into public freebies kind of thing, like public pools, more parks and things like that. So we are a large town. Lexington is what I'm referring to, a large town outside of a small city. So keep that in mind when you're moving here. While we have a ton of stuff to do, zoos, museums, river walks, the lake, national parks, state parks, playgrounds, like we have a ton of stuff to do here. If you are moving from a tourist area or a large city, we are not going to have everything that you may be accustomed to. So that is something I think you need to prepare for if you're planning to move here. Come, spend some time here. If you have something that you really like to do and you're going to greatly miss if you move here and it's kind of like a deal breaker, look it up. See if we have that available. Most things you can find easily on Google, or if you have questions, you can ask in my Moving to Lexington Facebook group. And we're able to answer those for you. Or, you can even drop a comment below and ask, and I can let you know if that is something that we have here or if it's something that you may have to travel for. So just something to keep in mind. Now, on to the number 1 reason why people say that they decided to move back. Most of the time, people love it here. They absolutely love it here. They don't want to leave, but they miss their friends and family. And that is the biggest reasons, hand over fist, that people leave here, is they miss their friends and family, particularly their family. I see the people that tend to be most successful here, either 1, their family follows them down here or follows them over here, depending where you're moving from. And so they have that connection. They have those people there. that makes this transition a lot easier for them. The second group of people that also thrive here are going to be people that immediately go out and start making those connections. They're joining churches, they're volunteering, they're joining their neighborhood Facebook pages, they're joining the Meetup app, they're going to newcomers events. Shout out, I do have a Lexington newcomers page where we have monthly meetups. So if you're looking to make friends, that may be a great option for you. And genuinely, loneliness can ruin anything for anybody. And if you move here and you don't have anyone here for you, it can feel very lonesome. It can make an otherwise good experience feel like a bad experience. So definitely something to keep in mind, that if you are going to move here and your family is not coming with you, definitely try your best to get out, make those connections with people, talk with people, go have dinner, go do this and that. And it really and truly will help make your transition here so much easier and so much better for you. And I think that ultimately, if you're able to do that, a lot of the other things that you may miss from home may not feel so heavy. So definitely some things to keep in mind if you plan to move here, and some things to maybe research before moving here. Because a lot of people move here for the slower pace of living. So, maybe number 2 isn't a big deal. Maybe some people hate the cold and want to live in the heat. So maybe the weather won't be a problem for you. Maybe you have family moving now. So maybe none of these things apply to you, but it's definitely something you want to think about and consider if you are planning on moving here, because moving can be very, very costly. So you want to make sure that you're making the right decision for you and your family. That is all I have for you today. If you have any other questions, or you want to chat with me a little bit, my contact information is in the description box below. I am always happy to chat with you, see if Lexington, Columbia area may be a good fit for you, or if it may not be, because it's not for everybody, but it is, for a lot of people. So definitely feel free to always reach out to me and join our Facebook groups below. They are also in the link tree in my description box. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!